Hello and welcome to GBR, the finest day racing with the guys from the MRC in the Infinity Series, Season 14. This is round 4, an hour race around Monza, and as you can see, all the fans are ready to go for this one. So, after 10 minutes of qualifying, we have Dark Clark on pole in the Merc. In second place, we have Donkey Chong in the Aston. Sorry, my lemon pictures are just gone. In third place, we have Mocking in the Bimmer. In fourth, we have Buki in the Porsche. In fifth place, we have Toby in the Toyota. Sixth, we have Fat Pickles in the Ferrari. Seventh place, we have Tommy in the Merc. So nice mix up at the front here of different cars. In eighth place, we have Moose in the Toyota. In ninth, we have Bazza in the VW. 10th, we have Leeds in his Beamer. 11th is Judge in the Ferrari. In 12th, we have Golden Brownie in the VW. And in 13th, we have Midnight in the Porsche. Obviously, as you can see, we are in the Group 4s for this one. So let's get to the front and get this race underway. I said an hour here at Monza, so strategy will be key. See what people are doing. Lights up and away we go. The Porsche there getting a good start for Fabuki off the line, going up to second place, coming down towards turn 1. Do we get through here cleanly? This is always normally carnage for any racing series that happens at Monza. Seems like everyone's got through. Leads there a little bit wide, 2 VWs there at the back, but yeah, everyone's got through cleanly through the first chicane. Dark Clark there, he's already stepped out a little bit of the lead over Mocking there in second place. Just because he wasn't having to fight as he came through there, but Fabuki folks going up the inside of Mocking, tries to set up Mocking, coming out of the second chicane, can't get it done as we head up to Lesmo 1. Fabuki there, he's now going side by side with Tommy, but Tommy just have to be hung out dry on the exit of Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2 now. Toby there in fifth, Donkey 6th there. Fat Pickles has got 1 second penalty. That's going to hurt this early on in the race. It's going to drop him to near the back of the pack. Niff's there in 8th. A little bit of a gap now to Midnight, who's worked his way up to 9th place now, alongside with Leeds. Drop in behind, coming into Ascari. Judge there in 11th, Bazza in 12th, Golden Brownie right behind in 13th. Bouncing over the curbs is Golden Brownie's. Let's see how far Fat Pickles drops back. He was in 7th place, down to 10th. Gets overtaken by his teammate. All the way to the back goes Fat Pickles. No, he's side by side of Golden Brownie into Parabolica as we come around to end that one, but that's not great for Fat Pickles. Qualified quite high, about 5th or 6th if I remember, but now down at the back of the pack. The Dark Clark there leading the way by a good second and a half, 2 seconds, about a second and a half actually, yeah, over Mocking in second. Fabuki's gone deep into the first chicane, gets a slight tap there from Tommy mid-apex of that left-hander. That gets going again. Toby and Donkey there are going to be side by side, are they? Just coming through Curva Grande, whichever we want to call it. As they're coming up now to the second chicane. Terrible camera angle. I wish they would change that one because you can't see what's happening coming into here. Slight tap there between Toby and Donkey. It's more down to a racing incident between them two going side by side through there. That's dropped Toby now down to 10th place. And in between the two VWs now, they worked their way past both Ferraris. Donkey there, he didn't pick up any penalties either for going through side by side through that second chicane, so now he's going to focus trying to catch up to Fabuki just up ahead of him. And Fabuki's been overtaken by Tommy now as well for that third place. So will Tommy try and pull away just like his teammate has out up front. And the two in front have really checked out from the rest of this field. Third down to pretty much the back of the field now, 13th. So 11 drivers all wobbly within about 3 or 4 seconds of each other. Now we are only lap 2, so very nice and close leads. They're going for a move. They're on Moose on the inside. Oh, Parabolic, a slight tap between the two of them on the exit. As Moose keep ahead of the Beamer. Looks like he's going to be able to as we're coming down this main straight. Oh, line astern, apart from Midnight, who's just being left out to dry on the left-hand side of the track. Leads there, going for a move on Moose. By the looks of it, is he going to get this one done? Is Moose going to try and hang it around the outside? Moose tries to hang it around the outside. It's going to be compromised on the exit here. Bazza there's worked his way up to 8th place. He's now going to have a look at Moose. Coming round the curve. The VW is strong in a straight line up to 5th gear, and then it just stops. He's just been left out to dry. The two Toyotas working well on the inside there of turn 3. Bazza then slips back into 8th place. Oh, Midnight's gone off. Oh, he's spun it. That's going to put him to the back of the pack this early on. That's not great for Midnight. Let's see how that one unfolded. Did he just get the curb and bounce out onto the gravel? Into the second chicane here. Yep. Oh, just a slight bump on that curbing. Yeah, and that's just undone the pretty decent start that Midnight had for the first 2.5 laps or so. He's got a long way back to catch up. 55 minutes, he might be able to catch up to the back of the pack and make some positions later on in the race. See how the strategy works out. They may change it now after that incident. Dark Clark still leading away with Mocking setting fastest lap, so Mocking's not being left by Dark Clark. We see racing mediums for front 3. I think everyone's probably gone racing mediums. Oh, who's that? That's Moose. What's happened to Moose? He didn't have a great race at Watkins last round out, just on the curbing, and that just spun him out into the barrier now of Ascari, and that's going to drop him to the back of the field. Now he's going to be probably battling with Midnight when he gets up and running. 2 incidents here on lap 3. Where is Midnight? I can see here he was close. Yeah, there he is. Will Midnight get round the outside of Moose? Looks like he will, because Moose has still got damage from that little contact, little big contact with the barrier. Now he's got up and running in 13th place. I was going through and seeing what tyres people are on before Moose decided to plant it in the barrier. Donkey and Bazza going side by side. He's on a hybrid for his tyres, medium front, soft rear. Donkey there, 6th place, just holding off Bazza into the first chicane. Yeah, it just looks like it's only Leeds. Yeah, Leeds is the only one that's gone for the medium soft for the first stint, so he's going to have to run mediums for his second stint, depending on how many stints there are in this pit stops are in this race. Donkey there got a little bit hot coming into second chicane, right up behind Leeds, and then just had to back out a little bit as we're coming into Lesmo 1. This has allowed Bazza to close back up to the rear end of Donkey. Wipers on for Fubuki and Bazza. I don't think there's rain forecast for this one. Late on in the afternoon for this race. You can see shadows are quite long here, and they're only going to get longer. Looks like Lee's getting a little bit racy here with Fubuki. As we come up to Ascari, Fubuki holding off through there. Will Lee's now try and get a run and use that slipstream down towards Parabolic. I don't think he's going to be able to. It looks a little bit wide coming out of there. Just dropped him off the rear end. But gets a good Parabolica. He might be able to close that gap down towards the first chicane. Jump on here on the roof of Fubuki's car. He's got a bit of a distance to Tommy in front. Here comes Leeds in that Beamer. Is he going to have enough of a slipstream and over speed? Go for a move here on Fubuki. Can't move the camera. Oh, there we go. There's the camera. Fubuki's just going to keep it round the inside. Going to pinch Leeds on the outside, but Leeds has got the drive now. Coming out. He's picked up a 1 second penalty for doing so. But technically an overtake off track as well for Leeds there. Picking up a penalty, but he's going to lose that position come the end of the lap anyway. Down towards Parabolica. That's where the penalty line is, but Fubuki doesn't like being overtaken. He's got that pace straight back from Leeds. Back up to 4th place. Donkey's there is 6th place. Just watching these two swap places. Leeds is going to be moving out the way in about 30 seconds time or so. At the front, Dark Clark leads the way still over Mocking in a second. Tommy there, he's been able to get away from that pack in 3rd place. Fubuki there in 4th. Lisa looking up the inside of Fubuki but can't get close enough to go for the move into Ascari. But now Leeds is going to have to serve that penalty. He's going to probably drop back to at least the rear of the 3 cars behind him. Oh, Donkey's picked up a 1 second as well now. He's going to drop back at the next lap. Probably behind Leeds also. Only he served that one, but he's just been able to close that gap up to Fubuki. He's literally filled that spot that Leeds was in. Now will Donkey be able to pressure Fubuki only for this lap, because he's going to have to serve that penalty in down the back straight on the next lap. Bazza there in 6th, Toby there in 7th. Bazza's going for a move, it looks like, on Donkey down towards the first chicane. No, he has to slip back in behind. I think Donkey had that slipstream from Fubuki in front, just impeded Bazza's running that VW. But I know from racing in it, it got to about 140 mile an hour and then it just seemed to hit a brick wall and just didn't want to get any faster. They had to get that move done fairly early on the back straight to make sure you got that position. Toby there in 7th. He's there in 8th place, just off the back end of these guys if he has a good lap. Oh, he's on purple through the first sector. Leeds is pushing to try and catch up to the rear of this group. Flashing his headlights from his controller. Hasn't mapped that button yet. Just there in 9th place, just ahead of his teammate Fat Pickles in 10th. Golden Brownie there in 11th place. Just dropped off the back of these guys. 2:05 for lap 3, so I don't know what happened there for Golden Brownie. Midnight still just ahead of Moose for 12th. Moose in 13th. So these two are probably just going to sit there behind each other, not going to battle, and just try and catch up to the rear of the main pack. And it's starting to spread out a little bit now. Donkey serving his penalty. He'll probably jump to the back of this pack, I would feel. Yep. Leeds and Donkey serving them 2 penalties a lap apart. From front middle of this pack to the back. There you go. Bazza, Leeds run out wide there through the outside of Parabolica. Does that give him a penalty for it? I don't think it will. No, it hasn't. But Bazza and Toby going side by side down towards the chicane. Toby's using his slipstream from Fabuki just to get ahead of Bazza. Bazza's had to slip in behind Toby there. Leeds getting it all sorts of sideways coming out. And we're going into Curve Grand. The 7th time already. Will Toby be able to hold off the speed of that Scirocco as it's gone to the inside, or the outside, sorry. He's been boxed in there by Fabuki, it looks like. Yeah, just can't get that move done. Toby's been able to keep ahead in 5th place. Leads there right up the rear end of Bazza. Now these 5 drivers keeping it nice and clean so far. I should think if this was the last 5 minutes of the race, this would be a little bit more rubbing is racing sort of driving, but everyone's keeping it clean at the moment. As we come down towards Ascari, Linus Stern, I'll just jump up front. Clark. Yeah, these two pretty much trading lap times between each other. Knocking their 2:04s. Almost 3 laps. Clark there, 2:07, 2:08, 2:02. So a little bit up and down for Clark the last couple of laps. So that's how Mocking's keeping with him. Tommy there in 3rd place. He's getting them tyres nicely warmed up, let's say. Yeah, just slowly quicker as the fuel's burning off. But back to this main battle here for 4th place. Toby's now gone to the outside of Fabuki as they come down towards turn 1 and 2. Toby's there trying to hang it around the outside. Fabuki's there. Just gets a little bit of a tap from Bazza on the exit of turn 2, which has just helped him get the drive down towards Grant. And Toby tried to pull in behind, and I didn't think Toby left or gave him enough room really. But Bazza there on the outside of Toby, down towards 2nd chicane. Little bit of bumping. Little bit of a tap there, it looked like, from Toby on Bazza, which has just slipped into the back of this pack now. So now Toby's got to try and defend from Leeds behind. And Donkey also close behind with Bazza as well. But these 5 are still battling. You can see Fat Pickles and Judge behind. Golden Brownie's not too far behind either from these guys, but they are out in the slipstream, so they are going to struggle to catch up with these 5 all in slipstream. Toby there having to defend from Leeds coming into Ascari. Can't get it done. This is just this little bit of battling's allowing Fabuki just to pull away by half a second or so. Toby there still defending a little bit. Donkey there has gone up the inside of Leeds. Can't get it done. Is he going to try and keep a tighter line, or just use the slipstream to try and then get past Leeds down this start-finish straight? Let's jump on board with Donkey on the roof of his car. As there, it's just a bit too far behind. Toby's gone for the defensive move. I think Donkey was going to go for a move, and Leeds as well has gone for the move. As Donkey side by side with these two. Little bit of a bump from Leeds in the middle of that corner. That is really the main offer taking place here at Monza, especially with how long the straight is coming down to it. Yeah, these guys are all just battling a little bit. Has definitely allowed Fabuki to pull away. Has allowed Bazza to close in behind as well. Fat Pickles and Judge there. 9th and 10th, a little bit squirmy there for Fat Pickles. Coming out of the second chicane, Golden Brownie there at 11th, Midnight in 12th place. So it's pulled a little bit of a gap over Moose. 2-minute 2s for Moose, that's probably why. I don't know if that was any little half-second penalties that he had. But Dark Clark there in first place still. He's led this race from start till end of lap 9. And Mocking there, just dropping off a little bit from Dark Clark. It looks like Tommy there, he's on the charge to try and catch up to Mocking as well now. But Fubuki and Toby definitely have pulled away from Leeds and Donkey, but Leeds has got a half-second penalty which he'll have to serve on the next lap, so he's probably got that through Ascari. Just cutting one of the corners, goes out, likes to use that wide line coming out of Parabolica. But now will Donkey try the move. Side by side as they come across the line there. He's just got ahead at the moment, but who's going to be late on the brakes? Coming in, Donkey there, tries to cut off, leaves his nose coming into the first part of that chicane, gets it moved done. Now he's going to try and pull away from Leeds. And I've just noticed that Toby and Fubuki changed positions on that lap as well. I don't know if that was slipstream there for Toby. Yeah, went purple, so it could have been slipstream that he's used to catch up to Fubuki and get past him down the main straight. Donkey there got it a little bit wrong through the second chicane. It's allowed Leeds to get back past again. Ooh, a little bit of contact, it looked like, from that camera angle between Leeds and Donkey. Allow Bazza to now slip up the inside through Lesmo 2 and get into 7th place. So he's gained a position and then he's lost 2 in this lap. But obviously all this little bit of fighting that these guys are doing is very slowly allowing Judge and Fat Pickles and Golden Brownie. Golden Brownie's caught up to the rear end of Fat Pickles, but he's got a half-second penalty he's going to have to serve this lap. So I do feel that Leeds has got one as well. He's going to drop back into the clutches of Bazza and Donkey as we come up to Parabolica. He's going to stay to the right, is he? Enough room on the inside there for Bazza to go under the inside. The do touch on the entry to the corner. Leeds there just running it out on the Astro. But that's allowed Donkey to slip on past, and Leeds picked up another half-second penalty there for his troubles of running out wide. But here comes Bazza trying to get that move done on Donkey now in towards turn 1. Can't get it done. Donkey just getting to the corner first. Bazza there having a good start of the race. Qualified about, what was it, about 11th, 10th or 11th, so up a good couple of spots. But yeah, you can see that Judge and Fat Pickles now are coming in on the action. Golden Brownie there has just slipped back from that half-second penalty that he had. Midnight and Moose are kind of back together again for 12th and 13th. Back to the front, Dark Clark there. How far is he ahead? Let's have a look. About 2 seconds over Mocking. About 2.5, 3 seconds to Tommy. So about 5 seconds covering the top 3 at the moment. Toby there, he's seems to have just been able to get past Fubuki and just start to check out a little bit. But everyone's fuel, we'll worry about 35-40% left for Nice Guy. Fubuki's got a little bit more hardware think it's going to be fine for this medium stint for everyone. I don't know how Leeds is getting it on. He's served that penalty all out soft. Rear left, he's not looking pretty for that Beamer. Tyre wear not great in that Beamer for him, it seems. Maybe the wrong setup, but he just couldn't get the setup for the car for this race, and his teammate has done a better job of getting that setup correct, running in P2 at the moment, but Leeds has just dropped down the field a few places the last couple of laps. Just there with that big, I'm sure they've just changed places. That just me, yeah. I think they changed places on lap 10 with the lap time difference. As are there in 7th, he's just dropped off the rear end of Donkey at the moment. Donkey's setting a 2:03. Has a 2:01 that goes purple through the first sector. I think that's that fastest lap from Toby is mainly from slipstream down the main straight. Yeah, he's just got that gap over Fubuki. Just can't seem to stretch it out anymore at the moment. It seems like Fubuki's there just in that nice bit of slip, but not too much dirty air to stay with Toby at the time being. Have a quick drinks break. Judge there, he looks like he's catching up to the back end of Bazza. Maybe that slipstream is helping the Ferrari, just obviously early on. Maybe it took a bit longer to warm the tyres up than it did some of the other cars. Obviously the Scirocco being the only FF car in this race, all the others being FRs. Is Judge going to have a look at the VW coming down the start-finish straight? Looks like Golden Brownie's close to Leeds. It does pull alongside this Golden Brownie. The Judge there, he's going to go for a move in towards turn 1. Bazza there, late on the brakes. Does keep it ahead of him. Golden Brownie and Leeds going side by side through there. Leeds getting a little bit of a tap mid-apex through the first chicane, but Golden Brownie gets that move done on Leeds now, and moves himself up to 10th, Leeds down to 11th. The Judge there will have to think about getting past Bazza in a different way. You see that Scirocco seems to be a little bit better on the brakes at the end of that straight. Goes out wide, does Bazza. It's going to give them dirty tyres now for Les Moves 1 and 2. It seems to be able to carry the speed at the moment, but this does allow Judge just to close up a little bit through there. Now will Judge use that slipstream down towards Ascari to get alongside Bazza. Bazza's going to stay to the left hand side and pull to the right. He's not going to be worried if Judge goes for this move. It looks like Bazza isn't going to crumble under the pressure. Through Ascari they go. I did notice that Golden Brownie had a penalty. Yep, Golden Brownie's got a penalty. Leeds hasn't. So Golden Brownie didn't slip back behind Leeds. Midnight there in the background, just pulled over a little bit more of a gap over Moose in 13th. But Mocking, he has been caught by Tommy. Tommy has been on a charge, mid to low 2 minutes. And Mocking's been doing high 2 minutes and 2 minute ones as well. So definitely struggling a little bit is Mocking come near the end of this first stint. We've still got 25% or so left of fuel. Tommy there, he's had a good drive coming out of the first chicane. Has going to have to slip back in behind Mocking as we come up towards second chicane. Pulls back out, does Tommy, trying to use that extra speed that he's been able to have from that slipstream. Pulls to the inside, gets it, stops through the second chicane, slides it out, does Tommy, up to second place now. Merc 1 and 2. What's the tyre wear like? Really even between everyone. Flicking, just looking at tyre wear. Yeah, so definitely down to the drivers and the cars at the moment. That's how they handle with half-worn tyres on a light fuel load. Locking there, just pulling out to the middle of the track, probably just trying to get his eye in for the braking marker, because it's the first time he's followed someone for many a lap. But doing well so far is Mocking. Maybe they're in 4th place. He's pulled out a gap over Fabuki now in 5th. Donkey Kong there, he's been catching up to Fabuki, it seems. Basil in 7th place, still just ahead of Judge and Fat Pickles. These are in 10th place. We've got Golden Brownie fairly close behind him again. But after having that penalty, Golden Brownie's going to have to close that gap back up to Leeds, but them tyres aren't looking great for Leeds. And he does decide to come into the pit, Golden Brownie, using all that slipstream that he can before he has to dart into the pit. So that's Leeds. His soft tyre probably would have done one more lap, but nearly got to the halfway point. Probably be okay now for a set of mediums to the end. So I think that's what a lot of guys are doing. Mediums, they then run to soft. Because the fuel should last, but well, the tyres last. Midnight there in 11th and moves in at 12th. So yeah, these two definitely have split up a little bit at the back of the field. Just trying to see if there's any battles on track at the moment. Buki there running out wide through the second chicane. Mocking there, he's just dropped off a little bit from Tommy over the last lap. You can see everyone's still fairly close, especially this mid-pack. Clark has been able to extend that lead a little bit more in 1st place. Just jump back to see how far he has actually got. About 6 seconds over Tommy at the moment, and through the halfway stage of the race we come up to. Now, half an hour in, half an hour to go. We've only had one pit stop. You can see there on the track map top right. Leeds is the car kind of all by himself, coming through Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. Let's see how far some of these guys go, because if the Leeds came in with 21% fuel, so we'll have enough fuel to go through a few more laps. Maybe it goes through Fabuki there. He's got a donkey on his arse. How is he going to handle this one down towards turn 1? Because that Aston seems to be fairly quick in a straight line. Does he go for the move here? In towards... Oh, he does. He pulls to the inside. On the brakes, though, they've both completely missed the braking zone. What happened there? Let's jump on board with Donkey behind. So the braking marker is the 100 border, the orange barrier on the right here. No, they brake about 75 metres. They both go off track. They both get reset. Donkey there gets reset halfway through the first chicane. Ricky gets reset just before it, but haven't lost any positions from that, but they've definitely lost time. Unfortunate errors there for Donkey and Fabuki, but it all happens. Obviously it is a game, so that's why they got reset, otherwise they would have been able to kind of get back on track themselves and get going. But obviously the game decided, no, that is cheating, get back on track you two naughty boys. It's allowed Bazza to now see Fabuki once again. Will Bazza be able to close up to the rear end of Fabuki? He's going to have dirty tyres as Fabuki for half a lap, probably about now. For Ascari, they might have just about cleaned themselves off a little bit. Just Probably where you need most of the grip, I would say. The fastest corners on the track near the end. Judge there in 8th place. Pickles in 9th. These two pretty much staying line of staying at the moment. Golden Brownie there in 10th place. Just dropped off the back of these guys in front. Looks like they're doing some decent lap times here in 11th place. Moose there in 12th. I don't think anyone's come into the pit yet, apart from Leeds in 13th. Yeah, he has gone to the mediums for his second stint, so he'll be good to the end. Oh, there goes Toby. Toby's now in. He's had 4% of fuel yet. Still had decent tyres, but yeah, couldn't go any longer on the fuel. That's pretty much promoted everyone from... where was he? He was in 4th. Everyone from 4th to the back of the pack. Up from the Leeds will move up a position. Donkey there in 4th place, yeah, 2:03. So they only lost about 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds that lap from the reset. Not too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Or if they hit the braking markers, they wouldn't have lost any time at all. It even shows that the aliens still have human tendencies. Bazza there in 6th place. Having a decent run. He's just kept Judge there, just behind him. Just can't catch up and close enough at the moment. And Judge. I want to do a lap guide, but I don't know when anyone's going to be coming in, so I'll wait till everyone's pitted and then I'll jump on. I'll pick a number. I'll pick someone and do a lap guide on. But, that Pickles is just dropping off the rear end of Judge at the moment, but Ferraris have got quite a lot of fuel compared to some of the others I've noticed. They've got 25% fuel left. How far can they really go before they have to pit? Kabuki's red fuel lights flashing. Dark Clark, leader of the race, he's come into the pit now. Hocking and Tommy go round again. Donkey should go round again. He's got enough fuel. Kabuki, is he going to be coming in? No, he's going to push it around for one more lap, so he's just got enough to finish lap 18. Baz has gone round, Judge has gone round, Fat Pickle's gone round, Golden's gone round. Midnight, is he going to go round again? Yes, he is. Moose there in 11th, so he's been able to save more fuel than his teammate. Quite a bit more, because Toby has come in. He's gone to the softs as Toby, so will they make it to the end? So we've got about the same amount of fuel. We've got a little bit more of fuel than Leeds, so he should be able to. But Dark Clark's come out of the pit in 11th place, so he's the first driver that has pitted, but obviously at the back of the pack behind Moose. You can just see it up ahead who's got fairly worn out mediums now. How much fuel was Clark put in? About the same. Okay, so Tommy, he's been able to go one extra lap than his teammate Clarky as well. Obviously Mocking's gone a lot longer than his teammate, but different strategies for them two, it seems, for the two BMW drivers. Stay with Tommy, just see if he comes into the pit this lap. Because everyone's kind of just starting to spread out a little bit. So we'll see when the soft tyres go on, how close people can get to one another. Yeah, Tommy's in, Mocking is coming in. Donkey there, will he go for one more lap? Yep. Kabuki in, Bazza in. No, Bazza's not in. Bazza's just using the slipstream. Golden Brownie in, Fat Pickle's in. Fat Pickle's in, you've got 19% fuel left. Obviously you want to get on them soft tyres. Midnight, he's in. Moose. There's only 4 drivers that are going to go round to do lap 19 now. But Dark Clark there really has closed up the gap to Moose. That'd be the difference in tyres between the two of them. Judge and Bazza still fairly close to one another as well. Yeah, once everyone has pitted, so once we've got these 4, I'll do a quick rundown of where everyone is after the pit stops. Obviously, Judge probably could jump Bazza here just by the amount of fuel he's been able to save. He's got 15 or so % fuel. I think that Pickles at 21. So Ferrari seems to be good on fuel. I think it does help that spot to the 7th gear as well, which will help it fuel save. See round here being the temple of speed. But Donkey's not too far ahead from these 2 guys, so as long as everyone goes well in the pit stops, they should come out where they are. But obviously Judge might be ahead of Bazza. Jump with Donkey. Yeah, he can't push it one more lap. I don't think he's going to have enough fuel to probably get him into the second chicane, so yeah, he's going to be coming in a couple of seconds time. Yes, there he goes. Bazza the same as well, running it pretty much dry did Bazza. Dark Clark, he's got ahead of Moose now, so is Moose going to be coming in this lap? Judge has gone round for one more lap. Interesting there for Judge, and so has Moose. Moose is going around for an extra lap as well, so he really doesn't think that them soft tyres can last, so he's going to have to really push him. But Judge there, is he going to absolutely fly now in this second stint? He's got 20 minutes probably when he comes in under on a pair of soft tyres. We'll see if there's anyone that's coming out close to one another. Maybe they're just ahead of Donkey, Bazza, Fat Pickles, Fubuki, Fat Pickles and Bazza. And Golden Brownie, nice little 1 second penalty there. Just ahead of Leeds, so even though Leeds pitted lap, what was it, lap 14? He hasn't really lost too much time to Golden Brownie, so they're mediums. Didn't really help. Well, didn't really, there wasn't much difference between Leeds and Golden Brownie in that time, to be fair. Probably the penalties that aren't helping Golden Brownie at the moment. But not there in 13th. He's pitted, he's gone to the softs as well, so Judge has surely got to come in this time around, same as Moose. These two, the only 2 that haven't pitted yet, and then I will run through the grid order at them with what the about 18 minutes to go, 19 minutes. It could all start to hot up now. Just now he comes into the pit. Watch his pit crew go to action whilst I have another quick drinks break. Car on the jacks, tyres changed, fuel now going in. Moose does come in now, so yeah, that's these 2 are out of the pit. I will do a quick rundown. Lollipop up and away goes Judge out of the pit lane down towards turn 1. Who's he going to come out with? Does he jump Bazza in the pit? Looks like he's going to. Only just. That Pickles jumps him as well in the pits. Same amount of fuel, but obviously Pickles came in with a bit more fuel than Judge did, just that extra lap. But now everyone has done their pit stops. Let's run through the field. The Dark Clark there in first place, just set purple lap as well. 1:59.236. He's got about 6-7 second lead over Tommy in second. He's at his fastest lap of the race as well last time round, half a second off Purple. Mocking there in third place, about 4 seconds behind. Toby there about 4 seconds behind in fourth place. He's got Donkey right up behind him, about a second and a half or so behind is Donkey. 4 seconds to Fat Pickles in sixth place with Bazza second behind or so, and then Judge and Fabuki. What's Fabuki doing back here? The 2-minute 1 looked like on lap 20. Not what Fabuki wants. He was doing, where was he? He was around with Toby and Donkey, but he's now side by side with Judge. Coming up to Parabolica. He's going to try and hang it round the outside. Yes, he is. He's going to get the move done round the outside of Parabolica. That's a great overtake there for Fabuki. Probably driving a little bit hot under the collar after whatever happened on lap 21. Nope, lap 20. So we're going to try and push on to make his way through the field, but Bazza and Fat Pickles going side, same as Fabuki and Judge. Bazza gets that move done on the inside. Fabuki gets that place, also keeps ahead of Judge. Sorry, and Judge picks up a half-second penalty somewhere through that chicane. It's very easy to do, especially when you're side by side, because you're trying to give racing room, and it's very quite tight through there. Yeah, even just by yourself, let alone when you're side by side. Leads there in 10th place, about where was he behind? About 3 seconds behind Golden Brownie, about 2 seconds behind in 11th place. Midnight there about 3 seconds behind in 12th, and Moose there in 13th. Not too sure why. About 10 seconds slower on his outlap because Moose must have had an incident on his outlap. So I'll jump back to Fabuki and Judge for that half second. He's going to drop off the rear end of Fabuki. Fat Pickles got a 1 second penalty. That's going to bring him close to Fabuki now. It's going to release Bazza in 6th place. And when I look in his mirrors now, Will Bazza. Truck's getting darker every lap that passes now. Headlights shining bright. Will Fat Pickles now have to look in his mirrors at Fabuki. I do like that camera angle. That is a nice camera angle they put, but they don't do it for very long or very often. Unlike some of their camera angles they have it. Fabuki's gone for the move up the inside of Fat Pickles. Thought about it, couldn't get it done. I've noticed that Donkey's got ahead of Toby now. Donkey's gone purple. He's picked up a half second penalty. I don't know if he was doing so on that fastest lap or through the first chicane, but he's trying to push on. I think Mocking's too far ahead. We've got 14 minutes left of the race to go. There's 4 seconds between them, but with that half second penalty, you're going to be losing about a second. He's got to catch up about 14. We're looking at about another 7 laps. Yeah, he's got to be going about a second of that quicker. And even his fastest lap to Mocking's last lap was a 59.3, so 6 tenths. Not quite enough for Donkey at the moment to see if he can get onto that last spot of the podium. As long as Mocking can keep it on the black stuff and not pick penalties up, that third place could be his. Bazza now in 6th place all by himself, it looks like at the moment. Fat Pickles, Judge and Leeds all fairly close to one another. There's Fabuki. Fabuki's back down in 11th place. Looks like another little mistake here for Fabuki on this lap, because it's behind the Golden Brownie, but not a great stint here for Fabuki on these soft tyres. Maybe just giving him too much grip and just hitting some of the curves, turning in too early. But Judge and Fat Pickles side by side, the scream of them Ferraris down towards turn 1. We go. Maybe a bit tactical if get a car between Fat Pickles and Leeds. Let Judge slow up a little bit. But when Fat Pickles serves that penalty, he can stay in 7th place and still be in the battle rather than dropping to the back. Could be what the Ferrari drivers are planning on. We'll see. I don't think they will. But it's a tactic that could be exploited. So Judge did just get that second chicane a little bit wrong by himself. Running there, just staying ahead of Fabuki. Still fairly close to one another at the moment. We'll stay with Fat Pickles, see where he ends up after this penalty that he's going to serve in a second. Goes. That's going to allow Judge to get past. Is that going to allow Leeds to get past as well? I don't think it's going to. What I'll do, I'll jump on board with Toby for a lap guide here at Monza. Start across the line. We go. Keep an eye on the tower on the left hand side for the positions. Yeah, down the start finish straight, fairly long. Coming towards the first chicane, 100 board, slam the brakes on, get it slowed down, cut that first curbing, missed the second one, or the orange curbing anyway, throws you right out, but that's through the first chicane we go, and then on to Curve Grande. Long sweeping right hander, just keep it pinned all the way around here as tight as you can get it, and then up towards the second chicane here. About 110, 115 metres. And cut the first curbing again, missed the second one, and up towards Lesmo Bum. Late apex for this one. It feels. I don't want to run it out wide on the green Astro, and then 50 metre board in towards Lesmo 2. Running the risk of running it out on that Astro is Toby. And then down this little back straight towards Ascari under the old Monza oval. That's what that little bridge is. The left, right, left here of Ascari. Nicely done. Keeps it on the curbing, not on the green stuff, because it was what happened with Moose early on in the race. He's just not been able to close that gap back up. But down this back straight up towards Parabolica we go. 180 degree right hander. Powers it out here. The oval track just joins there on the left hand side after that orange barrier. That's where it joins back on across the line. That is a lap of Monza. Thank you, Toby, for the guide. The Judge and Fat Pickles still close to one another. Golden Brownie and Leeds nose to tail as we're coming down towards turn 1. Who's going to be late on the brakes here between these two? Golden Brownie's just going to have to bend off. Leeds here. Fabuki there, he's just slipped off the back end of these guys. Maybe picked up a penalty or so. There you go. Yeah, 2:01 on the last lap as well. These guys are doing 59s and 2 minutes just there. Leading this pack of 4 with 8 minutes left of this race to go. Fairly close between these 4, really, where the action is up track at the moment. Everyone else is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds between one another. Let's save with this for the time being until I see any other cars close on that track map with Golden Brownie. Is he going to go for a move on Fat Pickles? No, he's not. He's going to stick behind, coming through Scary. The door about, oh, that's going to be wide for Golden Brownie. That could be a penalty. Running out that wide through the exit of Scary. Yes, there it is. There's a half second. Unfortunate there for Golden. It looked like he was potentially going to try and make a move through the Ferraris. He's brought up to them. So, half second's going to cost him and drop him back behind Leeds and into 10th place. Is that Moose right at the back? Yes, it is. So Moose has come in. He's put on a fresh set of softs with a light fuel load. So will Moose go for fastest lap of the race? We shall see. Where is that? Why is Fat Pickles down here? Oh, he's run it in deep. What happened here with Fat Pickles? Oh, he's done the same as what Fubuki and Donkey done, but he gets it stopped. Or he gets reset and gets him back on track. Just in front of Fubuki. It's unfortunate there for Fat Pickles. Coming through the scout, the veranda. Fubuki's just been able to hang it round the outside there. Just slip in front of the Ferrari. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Not there. It's just not been able to. Nice little slide there from Midnight. Yeah, not been able to catch up. He's literally doing the same lap times as everyone else in front of him, and just couldn't seem to catch up. He had 55 minutes and just I mean, when everyone's so similar in pace in these races, it's just a battle of attrition. Mocking there, third. Donkey there is. Donkey catching up to Mocking. Not really. Maybe a little bit. Toby there. He's just dropped off the back end of Donkey. Bazza there seems to be catching up. He's doing 59s. Toby there's doing 2 minutes. That is the gap too big between them. Let's see when they cross the line. Another lap in the 2 minutes. Lap in the 2 minutes for Bazza as well. So what is the time? About 3 seconds. Actually, Bazza was slightly quicker by about 4 hundredths of a second. You need a lot of laps if you're going to catch up 3 seconds when you're getting that much of that. But they're in 7th place. Got a little bit of a gap to Golden Brownie, who is in 8th, just ahead of Leeds in 9th. Leeds on his medium set. He's done well to keep up with the guys here on their soft tyres, but obviously soft tyres are starting to wear out now. You can see it's more the rear left on the majority of their cars. VW's at the front, and right rear really is just there to keep the back end from dragging along the floor, because it's not even really worn. I think it only has about 2 corners it's actually doing any potential work through it. Fubuki there in 10th. Why is Dave, that Pickle, sorry, in 12th? He's pitted for the fastest lap. Moose hasn't been able to get it. He's had one stab at the dark. 59.4 to Donkey's 58.7. So still got 7 tenths to try and catch up. Somehow has Moose. Fat Pickles, yeah, they've got about the same amount of fuel. Fat Pickles has got 1 lap. Yeah, 1 lap fresher tyres than Moose. But Dark Cloud there still leading the way. So apart from when he's pitted and others have gone longer, he's pretty much led this race from start to finish. 3 minutes to go, so we'll get to lap 30, I believe. We'll cross the line about 58.40 or so. Now we'll only leave 1 minute 20 left of the race to go, so yeah, he'll get to lap 30. I don't know how many people will get to lap 30. I think maybe Moose might not. Tommy there in second place. He had a bit of a ropey start, dropped down a few places, but he's worked his way back up through the field to second place. Mocking there, great race for Mocking. I know he had a new pedal set for this race at Turnups. Even though there's not much braking here at Monza, it's clearly helped. He's had a good race so far. Donkey there, so he had a bit of a battle early on, a few penalties, but he's been able to come out the other side and potentially try and compete for this third. But just think with all that battling and penalties, that he's just dropped off the back at Toby there in 5th. He's had another good race, pretty consistent. And so that battle in there with Bazza and Donkey early on did cost them a bit of time. Same for Bazza as well, come through strong near the end here. Judge there in 7th place. Bit of a slow burn for Judge, but definitely after the pit stops been able to push on further forward. Golden Brownie there, same for him as well as Judge. Just slow burner leads there in 9th. He's had a bit of a topsy-turvy race. Started near the middle of the pack and then just penalties after penalty. Down to 9th place for Ibuki there. A couple of mistakes from Ibuki in this race has dropped him from 3rd or 4th down to 10th place, and looks like that's where we're going to finish. Midnight there, obviously that lap 3 instantly had through the second chicane. Just couldn't do it. Catch up to the guys. Fat Pickles there, he's gone for fastest lap, that's why he's at the back. Same as Moose. Moose has got that fastest lap now from Donkey. Only just, I think it was a 58.7, so is it still 58.779? Moose is 50, yeah, so about a tenth quicker for Moose. But will he get round to start lap 30? I think he might do. He's going to have a couple of seconds left and he crosses the line. Yeah, 3 seconds, just gets on there under the hour for Moose. Didn't go faster that time round, so he definitely burnt them tyres up. See if Fat Pickles can try and get on there as well. But the man of this race, Dark Clark, comes down this back straight now towards the Parabolica for the 30th and final time in his Merc. Just had the pace in the Merc, well, both Mercs to be fair. They've pulled out that nice little lead over the rest of the field, weaving and flashing his headlights. He's happy with this performance. He's going to take home the win here at round 4 Monza. Tommy, his teammate's going to claim 2nd place in his Merc. Mocking in 3rd. He's going to be over the moon with that one in his Beamer. Donkey there fought hard at the end to try and get on that podium, but finishes in 4th. Toby there will finish in 5th place. Bazza in 6th. Judge will finish in 7th place. Oh, God's sake, bloody game. Golden Brownie just finishes ahead of Leeds for 8th and 9th Kabuki will finish in 10th. Midnight will finish 11th. That Pickles, he's going around the Parabolica now. Is he on a good lap? He's going for these fresh tyres. 2017. What is this lap going to be? And he's going to finish it in 12th place. A 58.606 gets fastest lap on the race on the last lap. Will Moose get it? Or will he burn his tyres up too much? But he's going to finish in 13th for this one. No, he's run out of fuel. Run out of fuel a couple hundred metres before the end of the race. Moose doesn't get that fastest lap. Thank you all for much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. Consider subscribing. And until next time. Bye-bye.